From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. The first potent storm of the autumn and winter season for parts of Washington and British Columbia will be a doozy. Enough rain may fall to cause flash flooding and cause some travel issues. AccuWeather's senior meteorologist Brett Anderson said a plume of moisture will extend from well out over the Pacific Ocean and be directed at southern British Columbia and the northwestern corner of Washington. It will behave like a giant fire hose, or what weather folks refer to as an atmospheric river. Vancouver, British Columbia will be the most adversely affected major city by the storm, but enough rain will fall on Seattle to thoroughly soak the metro area. The storm began to affect the region yesterday and will continue through the weekend, with one surge lasting through today and a second round tomorrow. Rainfall between 5 and 10 inches will easily fall on the west-facing slopes of Vancouver Island, with a general 4 to 8 inches on the western slopes of the Olympics in northwestern Washington and the lower slopes of the coastal range in southern British Columbia. It is possible that up to 14 inches of rain may pour in the wettest spots. The rate of rain may exceed 2 inches per hour at times, which can challenge storm drains. Where leaves have fallen or other debris is blocking the drains, street and highway flooding will be a concern. In some hilly areas, heavy rain can lead to rock and mudslides. In British Columbia, snow levels will fluctuate and will be between 3,000 and 4,000 feet at the onset of the storm on Friday, rising to 6,000 to 7,000 feet on Saturday, and then back to around 5,000 feet or so on Sunday. Where heavy snow initially falls in the higher elevations and then switches to heavy rain, the flooding of streams and rivers could be rapid. Up to 4 feet of snow could pile up in the high country of the coastal range north of Vancouver. The storm will also be accompanied by strong winds that will quickly ramp up and linger into the weekend. With winds blowing perpendicular to the coast for a significant part of the storm, waves will rapidly build to dangerous levels for small craft on the open Pacific and hazardous levels on the straits surrounding Vancouver Island and the mainland. Following a break for most of next week, a series of Pacific storms may take aim at part of British Columbia and the northwestern United States next weekend. And now moving back across the other side of the country where it has been nearly bone dry. There have been a few showers over the interior northeast and some spotty rain in some coastal areas over the past few weeks, but the area from near Washington, D.C. upwards to Philadelphia and New York City has been incredibly dry, and it could be weeks before drenching downpours arrive. Now, of course, the extended dry weather will continue to be great for outdoor activities such as leisurely walks, some ball games, a round of golf, but the dry conditions also make it easier for farmers to access the fields for the harvest. However, the extended period without rainfall is leading to a rapidly expanding area of drought in the mid-Atlantic region and is only being tempered by low water demands this time of the year and the end of the growing season. It has been weeks since enough rain fell to measure in New York City and Islip, New York, Philadelphia and Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Trenton and Atlantic City, New Jersey. Abnormally dry to drought conditions have expanded considerably in the last month. Since August 20th, Islip, located on central Long Island, has received only 0.4 of an inch of rain compared to a historical average of 7.2 inches, or 5% of the recent 30-year normal. Trenton has not fared much better, with only a half an inch of rain since August 20th, or 6% of the historical average. Philadelphia has had only about 10% of the average, while New York City has had about 23% through October 16th. Now, the last time there was 1/100th of an inch of rain or greater in the D.C. area was the first couple of days of October. It poured in the nation's capital on October 1st, with nearly 1.5 inches of rain reported. That rain missed much of New Jersey, Delaware, eastern Pennsylvania, Maryland, and southeastern New York. Both Trenton and the Atlantic City Marina have never had a drier 60-day period. Records dating back more than 150 years to 1865 in Trenton and 1873 in Atlantic City. Trenton has received only about 3/4 of an inch of rain in the last 60 days, with only a little more than a half an inch of rain at the marina as of October 16th. AccuWeather senior meteorologist Dave Dombeck said the next chance of enough rain to thoroughly wet the ground will not come until the middle of next week for the mid-Atlantic region, and there is no guarantee it will rain much at all or everywhere that is experiencing the dryness. After the opportunity for rain in the middle of next week, the next chance may not come until sometime between the 27th and 29th of this month. That's all for now. For more stories and regional forecasts, visit AccuWeather.com, and for your local forecast at your fingertips, including a hurricane tracker, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day, be safe, and I'll be back tomorrow with more weather news from AccuWeather.